All right, so let's tackle one of those things in math that just feels wrong. You know the one? The idea that any number at all, to the power of 0 is 1. The first time you hear that, your brain just goes, nope, that can't be right. It should be 0. And honestly, I get it. It feels like it should be 0, but it's not. And the reason why is actually kind of cool and makes a lot of sense once you see it. So let's forget equations for a second. Let's imagine we have a machine. I'm going to draw a box. Let's put it right here. Perfect. A magnificent box. This is our multiplier machine. Let me try to write that on there. Multiplier machine. Close enough. And let's say this machine is set to the number 3. So I'll just write a big X3 inside of it. Its only job in the entire world is to take a number and multiply it by 3. Now, here's the secret sauce, the unsung hero of all of this. To do any multiplication, you have to have a starting number. You can't just multiply thin air. And the official, universal starting number for multiplication is 1. So I'm going to draw a big, beautiful number 1 way over here on the left. He's our brave volunteer. Okay, so let's test this thing out. What's 3 to the power of 2? Let me just write that over here. A 3 with a little 2 floating next to it. All this means is we take our starting number, our 1, and we shove it through the machine 2 times. So watch. I'll draw an arrow from our number 1, TWIP, right into the machine. It goes in as a 1, the machine does its thing, and out pops a 3. I'll write a 3 over here. Are we done? Nope. It's to the power of 2. So we got to do it again. We take that 3 and whoosh, I'll draw another arrow right back into the machine. It goes in as a 3 and out pops a 9. Let me write that down. A nice big 9. Ta-da! 3 squared is 9. Our machine works. All right, this canvas is getting a little crowded with my genius artwork. Let me clear this. Fresh start. Okay, easier one. What's 3 to the power of 1? I'll write that down. 3 to the power of 1. So we get our starting number, our 1, which I'll draw here, and our machine, which I'll draw here, and we run it through 1 time. So 1 arrow from the 1 into the machine. It goes in and out comes a 3. I'll write that down. And we stop. That's it. 3 to the power of 1 is 3. Simple. Okay, deep breaths, everyone. This is the moment. Let me wipe the board. Let's draw our starting 1 again. And our trusty machine. Now, I'm going to write it. 3 to the power of 0. So what does our rule say? We take our starting number, 1, and we run it through the machine 0 times, which means we do absolutely nothing. We don't even touch it. I'm not drawing any arrows. We just stand here and look at it. So what are we left with? We're left with the number we started with. Our lonely little number 1. That's it. That's the answer. The power of 0 is just the before picture. It's the starting point before any of the multiplying shenanigans begin. Now, that's the fun analogy, but if you're still not convinced, let me show you the pattern. This is the part that's just, it's beautiful. Let me clear this. Okay, I'm going to write out a list. Let's use powers of 2. Up top, I'll write 2 to the power of 4 equals 16. Got it. Right below that, let's do 2 to the power of 3 equals 8. Okay, and under that, 2 to the power of 2 is 4. And one more for good measure. 2 to the power of 1 is 2. All right, just look at that. Put on your detective hat. Forget the left side for a second. Just look at the answers on the right. 16, then 8, then 4, then 2. What's happening every time we take a step down? How do you get from 16 to 8? You divide by 2. Let me draw a little arrow, and I'll scribble divide by 2. How do you get from 8 to 4? You divide by 2 again. Another arrow, another, divide by 2. And from 4 to 2, you know this, it's the same thing. It's this perfect, predictable, beautiful cascade. So the pattern can't just stop, right? Math is elegant. It wouldn't do that to us. What comes after 2 to the power of 1? It has to be 2 to the power of 0. I'll write that down. 2 to the power of 0 equals, and a big old question mark. Well, we don't have to guess. We just have to follow the pattern. We take our last answer, 2, and we do what the pattern demands. I'll draw one last arrow and write divide by 2. And what is 2 divided by 2? It's 1. Let me erase that question mark and put a 1. It has to be 1. It's the only number on Earth that keeps the pattern alive. So it's not some random rule somebody made up to make your life harder. It's the opposite. It's the number that holds the whole system together. It's the anchor. Without it, that whole beautiful pattern we just found falls apart. Pretty cool when you see it that way, huh?